Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, today we are going to be reviewing something so exciting. Drum roll. I'm like 6 months, a little too late, but we're gonna be reviewing the Morphe X James Charles brush set. So excited. So my awesome boyfriend for my birthday bought me the brush set. I had been talking about it for a while and saying that I really wanted it, but it's not exactly the cheapest thing. So, you know, after hearing me talk about it for so long, he just went and got it for me and gave it to me for my birthday. So I'm so excited to go over it and see what they are like. I do have kind of high expectations. I've watched other reviews on what people thought, but I kind of want to make up my own mind on these brushes. But before we go any further into this video, babe, thank you so much for my brushes. I love them. Honestly, my boyfriend Josh is amazing. This is the best present that I could have ever asked for. I've been wanting these for so long. So this brush set here, retails for $149 US. So my partner, I know this is going to sound nuts, but he paid 240 New Zealand dollar for this, but we got it from a company here in New Zealand, so it made it a lot easier. We got, you know, overnight tracking, and you know, it has to be converted and all of that, so not too bad. And the company he bought it from actually does Afterpay. So for people in New Zealand who knows what Afterpay is, you're like, yes, what website is this? So it's called Beauty Business. I didn't even know about it. Josh found it. I was a little skeptical at first because I'd never heard of it, and he was just like, I'm buying your brush set off it. And I was like, oh my God. We did our research. It's all legit. Thank you, Beauty Business, for sending this to us. Well, we technically bought it, so you had to send it, but whatever. Well, Josh bought it because he's awesome. Best boyfriend ever. So in this brush set, there is 34 brushes. 13 of those are duplicates, which I absolutely love about this brush set, because there's nothing worse than doing your makeup using one brush. You go to want to use that brush again, but it's covered in, you know, your eyeshadows. So you've got duplicates, so you can just pick it up and it's clean and it's ready to go. So I love that. Also comes with a sponge, a Morphe sponge, which I've never used, always wanted to. They look massive. So I'm excited to get dug in. I haven't used these yet. I've pulled them out briefly and had a look, but I haven't even pulled them out of the package. Wanted to do it with you guys. So if you want to see me do a full face of makeup and see how these brushes apply, plus what's actually in the brush set, keep watching. Yay! Ah! The brush set comes in a nice little box, and it looks very pretty. There's like all the brushes on the back and what they are, which I think is really cool. And also on the side, you've got a little blurby thing from James himself, you know, inspiring you to unleash your inner artist. So, look at that. So you get a really nice tubby to put all your brushes in. It just clips down the sides here. And are you ready for this? Are you ready for it? Yeah, I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it? Yeah, I'm ready for it. Oh gosh. So this is how it comes, packed in the box. You take the lid off and it's all in a bag, and then it looks like they're all individually wrapped, which is really good. You also get your Morphe sponge. So we'll start here. With the Morphe sponge, it's the typical red one that you see. I'm really excited to use it. So it's really big, and it's been like, it's got the sharp like edges, so it helps when you're baking and all of that. So it's kind of got a little bit more, you can use it for more than just your normal beauty sponge. So you get the Morphe sponge. I love it. Wow, 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 wow. Oh. It smells like paint. It smells very like chemically, but I guess it's just keeping them nice and fresh. I don't know. It looks like on the back it actually tells you what each brush is just here. Let's start with the angled liner / spoolie brush. So this is good for your brows. Yeah, just an all-round good brush for your brows. So it's got Morphe along it. I did think it was going to have James Charles written on it, but I guess not. But to be honest, to get 34 brushes for the amount that we actually paid is actually really good. Like, it does seem like a high price, but 34 brushes, no, cheap as. So it's got a little angled brush here for your brows and a little spoolie on the end. I don't know how well you guys can see that. So it comes with a little plastic protector. Whoop, take that off. And this brush here, the Morphe M501, is a pro pointed blender brush. So I think this would be actually quite nice to either really kind of fluff out. Oh, that's soft. Woohoo! You know, in that crease, or to just apply your highlight, I would say. I don't know. At the end of the day, every brush, you just do what you want with it. It will state one thing, but if you find it helpful for another part of your makeup routine, use it. To your brushes. So this is one of your duplicates. So you get 2 of these brushes here. Don't know how well you can see that, but these are the oval camouflage brush. So I think these would be good for like cutting your crease, applying your concealer around your brows or whatever. But it's quite nice. So yeah, to go along your brows. Yeah, I think that would be quite nice. So 2 of those. This is the mini pointed powder brush. So I think this would be quite nice to apply your blush. This is the Morphe E48. So it's got like it comes to like a little bit of a tip. A little bit more dense. It's quite nice. I like the handles. They're like black glossy handles. It's another duplicate. So this is the detailed liner brush. So it's just your typical liner brush. So you get 2 of these babies. Take that off. I'm not going to take it off right now, but it's like a little protector, and it's just your typical little point, which is nice for applying really small detail. Now, I'm quite excited about this one. I love a good buffy brush. It's the Deluxe Buffer Brush, so look at that. So this is a really fat, dense, short brush, and this will just be nice to buff that foundation in of yours. Oh my gosh, so soft. These brushes are really soft. I did see some reviews that were quite negative, saying that they shed and that, you know, just they seem cheap, but so far I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing. So this is the Deluxe Pointed Powder Brush. So I guess this is like the other one, but bigger. Well, look at that. That's cool. I guess that would be nice to blend in your contour and your bronzer and stuff. This is another duplicate. So these ones here. So you get 2 of these. Love that he duplicated stuff. It's just so good. Is the tapered mini blender brush. So the Morphe M506, and it is just a little kind of blendy, buffy eye brush. So that will be really nice for getting right in the crease. It's quite little, so I wouldn't say this would be a brush that you would use to try and move your product, but just to really get an accurate placement. We've got another duplicate. So you get 2 in this, and they look really cute. They're little minis. So we've got the mini Chesil Fluff Brush. So I call these like cat tongue brushes. This I think would be really nice for placing like pigment down. Yeah. So you get 3 in these. These are, once again, another duplicate. It's the Mini Firm Blending Brush. So this is another eye brush. It's kind of a little bit more like flatter that way, but it's, you know, it is kind of puffy, so you can use it for blending work. Another eye brush, M456. So white brush. A couple of these, I think, some are synthetic and then some are real hair. I'm not 100% sure on that one. So this is the Chubby Buffer brush. Maybe I would use that to kind of pack on my lid, possibly. Like I said, you kind of just got to figure out what works best for you. This is a flat concealer brush, so it's just your typical concealer brush. This is directly like flat across the top, so that will be really good for, you know, really accurate placing. And this is the Morphe M410 brush. 10. Got a contour blush brush. So this is like a little bit of a angle, nice and fluffy, really soft. So a contour blush brush. So this is just your typical contour brush to, you know, apply your contour, bronzer, and it's kind of the same. It's on more of an angle, so you can really apply the product quite nicely along there and all around. But that is the brush there. So now we've got some more duplicates. So you get 3 of these. So this is the Pro Firm Blending Crease Brush. So this is another one for your eyes. This looks a little bit more like it's got more movement. So this will be a really good brush to move your product around. Like so. Angled nose contouring brush. I saw this when I opened it briefly and I was like, what the heck? I've never had a specific brush for contouring my nose. So I was quite excited about that. So it's like a mini angled brush, so it can really help you get right along there and around the nose. So this is another duplicate. Oh, no, I don't want that. So this is the Firm Shadow Brush. So this is a smaller brush, will be good for detail with your shadow. If you just want like a real straight line going, you know, placing it how you want it, this will be good for that. It's just a little flat, quite firm cat tongue brush. So this is another duplicate. You've got the Pro Firm Blending Fluff Brush. I just think these are more blending brushes, and honestly, you just can't get enough of these. One's for the eyes, and that seems to be what he's duplicated, is the ones that you'd use on your eyes, because you'll have so much pigment on all of them. Oh my god, that's so soft. That is so nice. Oh my god. Just a fluffy brush, definitely for blending, for sure. All right, now we're down to the last 4 brushes, and they're both duplicates. So this is the oval shadow brush. So this I think would be really good with compacting your shadow into one place. It's a big cat tongue brush. So there it is there. And then last but not least, we have the Precision Pencil Crease Brush. So it kind of says it in the name. So this is just to get it really accurately into the nooks and crannies that you want it. It's quite a compact with a tip. There's not too much movement in that. It's just, I think, you know, straight to the point. Yeah, literally. Boom. So you get 2 of those babies. So even though I haven't taken all of them out, because all the ones that are still in packaging are my duplicates, so you've got all your brushes and a sponge. So that is what you get in the brush set. So now let's go and have a play and actually see what these babies are like. Woo! I have just gone and wet my Morphe sponge, and in comparison, like, you can see how big it is. It's crazy. So now we are going to do a full face of makeup. So I'm going to try using as many of the brushes as possible. I highly doubt I'm going to use all of them for one face, but we will see. And of course, because we're doing the James Charles brush set, we are going to be using his gorgeous palette. So it is the most colorfulest thing ever. And yeah, I have no idea what look we're going for, but we are just going to see how it all turns out, yeah? So we're going to start with our base. So actually just run out of primer and I need to get some more. So I am just going to prep my face with some moisturizer. Oh, hell no. I just got moisturizer on my palette. So I can't believe how many brushes you actually get in that tubby. It's absolutely nuts. Alright, I'm going to use my brush on one side and my sponge on the other to see how well they apply. So I'm using my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. Not bad, not bad. It's your typical foundation brush. I don't feel like it really works with this because this is already quite a light foundation, so trying to get it to move, I think it's more the product, not necessarily the brush, but that was good. I really liked that one. Now we're going to go in with the other side with our Morphe sponge. Well, that's a lot quicker to apply my foundation because it's huge. So now we are going to do our concealer. And so this is the M224 and we're going to grab our Jeffree Star concealer. And usually I just use the applicator on this, but obviously this is a brush review, so we're going to try to use as many brushes as possible. Awesome, and now I'm going to go back in with my sponge and blend that out. So that little one that I said I didn't know how I would use it, you could possibly use it to buff in your concealer. We're done. Is it just me, or do people actually get really tired of like dabbing their face with sponges? Like my arm gets so tired. It's nuts. Alright, so I'm just looking at all the brushes, it makes me go, what am I doing? So now let's try doing our brows. So because we've got this brush here, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Little pomade thing instead of using a pencil, so I get to use the brush, obviously. So let's have a go and see what it's like. This is the M158. So that brush was really nice. It's your typical brow brush, but I do like how small it is because it's a little bit more defined, so you can, yeah, it's not too fat, so you don't go spreading out product too much. And because your brows are just so tiny, you don't want a big fat brush. So I really like that, and I love that it's got the spoolie on the other end. It makes it nice and easy. So I just remembered I had not placed any powder underneath my eyes. So I am going to grab the E48, which is this brush here. I'm going to twirl it into my Fit Me Press powder, and I'm just going to pop it underneath my eye. So like I said, that brush is probably not for that, but I was giving it a go anyways. I was going to bake under my eyes, but I don't really want to go for that kind of look today. But we are going to do a pop of colour on the eyes because it's James Charles. Why wouldn't we? Exactly. So now that my brows are on and I'm happy with them, we're now going to go into our eyes, which is so exciting. I have no idea what I'm doing, so give me a minute while I unleash my inner artist. See what I did there? Yes. This is the fun. So now I've got to figure out what brushes I'm going to use on my eyes. Oh, here. So I'm going to use the M166, which is the like little cat tongue brush, and I am going to go into the color Cola, which is like a navy blue. It's very pretty. And I am going to pack that onto my outer edges of my eyes. So I'm going to go in with the M431 because I want to place that exact color, so the Cola, which is so pretty, and I want to pop it through the crease. Awesome, like so. It's gonna look messy, whatever. I'm gonna grab that M166 again. We're gonna continue packing on the product. All right, now I'm gonna go in with my M456, which is one of those blendy brushes, but it's the kind of flat one. So I want to place the next color, which will be Brother through my crease, to kind of start smoking all the colors out. Now I'm going to go in with the M433 brush. It is exactly like the other one, but it's just a little less dense. So I'm going to be able to smoke through the color to kind of try and break up the harshness of these lines. So I'm going to go in with the color Playground, which is a lighter blue than what we've been using. Back in with the M456. Not grabbing any more product. Like so. Alright, so from there, we are going to now cut the crease. So we are going to go in with, I'm going to go in with this one again, the M224, which is the little cat tongue brush. Grabbing the concealer, I feel like this is going to be better than using the flat one. I would use the flat one more for my brows if I were concealing out my brows. So I have now cut the crease. I still am not great at this. I'm getting there. But now we are going to, the idea I had in my head was to have like a blue and an orange and everything kind of come together. So I want to grab the M506 brush. So it's a little black tapered brush here. And I want to go in with some names. You're kidding. Awesome. Right, now there's duplicates of this, and because I don't want to mix in the orange, I want to place the orange and then start blending. I'm getting a clean one of the exact same brush of the M506, grabbing the orange, which is 518. That is the name. I am now going to, now that I'm happy with the pigment, I'm now going to blend. I'm loving these brushes so much. Straight up, I'd like almost forgotten you guys are here. Oh my goodness, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so now we want to go back in with our blendy brush that had the blue on it, and I want to go in with Acapella, and we're going to pop that where we put that dark blue and kind of start moving it around so it's got a bit of glitter to it. Always love a bit of glitter. I'm going to get the other duplicate of the M456, going back in with Playground. I'm just going through that colour that we just popped down just to try to blend it out. Now I'm going to take that brush and I'm going to dust it under my eyes. I swear to God, these brushes must have been made for the set. Like, I know they came together, but like, it moves the product around so nicely. Ooh. All right, now we can go back to using our little detailed, like, pointy brush. And we are going to go in with Cola again. And we're going to keep it nice and tight underneath the eye. I'm going to get the M124 brush, which is the little cat tongue brush, and I am going to pack in some product. So I am going to use, I'm going to use Ring Light for this, just because it's just a plain kind of sparkly pigment. Don't want to go too crazy with the colours because we've already got it all over the eye. And now I am going to go back with one that I use orange with. Grabbing a tiny, like literally I just boop into it. I want to get a completely no product on the brush whatsoever, and I'm just going to go through the top here. And try cut down the lines a little bit. Awesome, just like that my eyes are done. I'm gonna go on with some mascara. I really like this look, it's different, it's very, very bold. Oh. Now we're gonna start contouring the face. I am going to grab my little nose contour and I'm going to grab my Hoola bronzer. And I'm just going to dab that in, hit it off. See, look how nicely that fits in there. So nice. Going down like the bottom of my nose with the side of it and across the top and down. I'm going to grab that little brush again, and as much as I love James Charles, I am going to grab my Brain Freeze palette, and I am going to use Cold Breaker as my highlight along the top of my nose. And we are going to grab our E4, which is our contour brush. We're going to use that to dip into our Hoola bronzer. So now I'm going to grab this one here. This is the M527. I'm going to use that to help move around my bronzer. And now I'm going to go in with my blush brush, and I'm going to use my MAC Margin Frost, I think it is. Yeah. And I'm going to dip into that. And apply that to the skin. Now we're going to use this beautiful black M501 brush for our highlight, using Cold Breaker like I said, just skimming it along the top, tapping it off, just slowly working it onto the skin. Oh yeah, look at that, that's pretty. Don't know how well you guys can see that. And just above the brow slightly, like so. Ooh, ooh, I love it. Awesome. Now we're just going to do a nice nude lip to finish. We're going to use the Jeffree Star Fully Nude lipstick. I've only ever used this once in the review. I haven't gone back to it. I think I didn't quite like the colour of it, to be honest, but maybe it will pull this look together. So let's give it a go. Quite light. I might go over it with Delicious. It's going to change up the colour, but so that's pretty much it. Let's set the face. Have I forgotten anything? No. Oh, I love that setting spray. It's so good. But we're done. I really like this look, and I love these brushes. Like, I've been able to use a good handful of these brushes while doing my makeup. So these are all the brushes that I used today doing this look. That is the remaining in the pile. So there's still more brushes I can experiment with, but a majority of the brushes I used, and those are pretty much just the duplicates that are in there. So I honestly love this brush set. For the price point of it, I think it's really affordable for actually what you get. It will be interesting to see if any of them shred over time, because I know that that was something that people were complaining about. But as I was doing my makeup, I didn't notice that any shedded at all. So that's really good. I don't know if they've maybe made an improvement since they first came out. But I'm so happy with these brushes. I am shocked with what this look looks like. And it does make me believe that if you don't have the right brushes, it can really, you know, sacrifice the looks that you go for. Like, I honestly, my brushes that I've been using, they're just so random, and a lot of them are really compacted, so trying to blend it out is really hard. But I am so in love with this brush set. I have to say, if I were to pick my favorite brush, it would be, and worked a bloody charm, was the M433, which is just your typical blendy brush, but it moved that product and it looked so nice. Is that the same? The M433, yeah. So those two, they're the exact same. You get duplicates. Rude. Loved it. The sponge is massive. I do really like it. I think it'd be better using a different foundation. I really like my foundation, but it is very light coverage. But yeah, overall, I really like this look. What do you guys think? I'd love for you to let me know. And what do you guys think of these brushes? Would you go out and buy them for $149 US? Who knows? $240. That's what we spent. But I personally, if I would pay $300 for these. I think they're really, really good. I'm so happy to have them. They look nice. It looks professional. It's got the little tubby to put them in. You know, imagine getting 34 brushes and not knowing where to put them. That would be a mission. Ugh. But no, overall, I love these, and I am so thankful to my boyfriend who got them for me. Thank you so much, Josh. I love them. Oh, heaven. Well, we will be back and doing more looks in the future. Obviously, going forward, using these brushes. I might return back to some of my old ones, but to be honest, probably not. Yeah, overall, love the brush set. I would pay it. What do you guys think? What do you think of this look? The next video, I'm not too sure where I'm going with the next video. I do have some videos that I'm wanting to do, but I don't know if they'll be the next one. What do you guys want to see next? I know Halloween's coming up. Comment below what Halloween look you would like me to create for my Halloween video. When is Halloween? I think it's October. Okay, we're still like a whole month away, but still good to prep early. Halloween is crazy. I did want to mention I will be doing Halloween bookings, so book in advance because I will only have a certain amount of space depending on the days you book. But yeah, so I charge $80 a full face of makeup. You can come to me and I'll do your makeup. If I travel to you, there is a small charge just for travel expenses, but other than that, let me know if you would like me to do your makeup for Halloween. I have a few spaces, so go hard, comment, or DM, just like private message me, whatever. Hope you really like this video, guys. I really enjoyed myself. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next one. Please don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell icon so you get notifications when I do upload, and feel free to share this video, you know. Want to get it out there and show people how amazing these brushes are, because they are awesome. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Bye.